megalodon extinct or thriving? A mother in Mexico died after her leg got bitten off by a shark in the ocean, this as she attempted to save her daughter, who ultimately survived. The shocking aftermath of the shark attack in Malacca was caught on video that made the rounds this weekend, and it's incredibly brutal. You can see 26-year-old Maria Fernandez Martinez Jimenez being carried to shore by a group of bystanders and her limbs missing. People scream in terror as those nearby rush over to help and flag down first responders, but, sadly, Jimenez ended up losing her life after a massive amount of blood loss. Per local officials, Jimenez was in the water with her 5-year-old when she noticed a shark swimming close by, about 75 feet from shore. The mother quickly hoisted her daughter up onto a floating plate platform. However, the animal ended up going after her instead. The child is said to have been uninjured in the episode, but it's an absolute tragedy because she lost her mom. Law enforcement shut down the beach in the aftermath, including surrounding seaside areas, as a precautionary measure. It's unclear what species of shark may have been responsible. Jimenez is reported to have been a former marine biology student at the University of Guadalajara and lived in Jalisco. Megalodon, one of the most fearsome sharks that ever lived, wasn't the cold-blooded killer it's made out to be, at least not literally. Through an analysis of fossilized megalodon teeth, scientists have discovered the extinct shark was partially warm-blooded, with a body temperature around 7 degrees Celsius, 12.6 degrees Fahrenheit, warmer than estimated seawater temperatures at the time, according to a study published last week in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. We found that megalodon had body temperatures significantly elevated compared to other sharks, consistent with it having a degree of internal heat production as modern warm-blooded, endothermic animals do, study co-author Robert Eagle, professor of marine science and geobiology at UCLA, said in an email. The findings suggest this distinct trait played a key role in the ancient predator's terrifying size and its eventual disappearance. Gigantism in megalodon. Believed to be at least 15 meters, 49 feet, long, Otodus megalodon, also known as the megatooth shark, was one of the largest apex marine predators since the Mesozoic era and went extinct about 3.6 million years ago. According to Eagle, scientists previously theorized that megalodons were warm-blooded, but the new study is the first to provide concrete evidence to that effect. The researchers observed how closely carbon-13 and oxygen-18 isotopes found in the ancient shark's fossilized teeth were bonded together, a data point that can reveal how warm the body was. From this finding, they deduced the megalodon's average body temperature was about 27 C, 80 F. Like modern great white and mako sharks, megalodons were regionally endothermic, which means they had the ability to regulate temperature in certain parts of the body, according to the study. In contrast, the body temperatures of other cold-blooded apex predators are regulated by the temperature of water around them. Being warm-blooded may have been one of the key drivers fueling megalodons' massive size and overall prowess as predators, according to senior study author Kenshu Shimada, a paleobiologist at DePaul University in Chicago. A large body promotes efficiency in prey capture with wider spatial coverage, but it requires a lot of energy to maintain, Shimada said in an email. We know that megalodon had gigantic cutting teeth used for feeding on marine mammals, such as cetaceans and pinnipeds, based on the fossil record. The new study is consistent with the idea that the evolution of warm-bloodedness was a gateway for the gigantism in megalodon to keep up with the high metabolic demand. The vulnerability of being warm-blooded. For such an enormous animal, having to use so much energy constantly to regulate its body temperature may have contributed to its downfall as the world changed. The timing of megalodon's extinction coincides with the cooling of the Earth's temperature, the researchers said. The fact that megalodon disappeared suggests the likely vulnerability of being warm-blooded because warm-bloodedness requires constant food intake to sustain high metabolism, Shimada said. Possibly, there was a shift in the marine ecosystem due to the climatic cooling, causing the sea level to drop, altering the habitats of the populations of the types of food megalodon fed on, such as marine mammals, and leading to its extinction. Compared with other apex predators, megalodon was much larger and therefore more vulnerable to changes in populations of prey, said lead study author Michael Griffiths, professor of environmental science, geochemist and paleoclimatologist at William P.